I haven't been on a water walk right here for a while. You may not even recognize things. Everything's so dense with growth. In the past, that would have depressed me. Now I joy in it, because it's like I went over to the school of weeds. Weeds, as people usually call them, are good. There is extreme biodiversity. By January, February, there'll be very, very few plants visible, only the perennials, because the pigs will have eaten just about everything. But why I stopped to film here was because here's a series of wallows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wallows that the pigs are using this, which is fine, but I've got to clear them out because they're blocking the water supply somewhat. You can see where I hoed the loose mud out of the way. I've got basically one more to go. But you know, why I paused was because I often think I connect with the ancients. I mean, I want to say the Chinese maybe for now, because with their rice paddies. But the thing is about rice paddies, they're monolithic, or monoculture. They are, well, not completely so. But what those rice paddies came out of, and the other culture, I think was so similar to what the pigs and I are doing. And part of what we're doing is we're making soil, I think. I mean, this is that, I call it mousse, chocolate mousse sort of soil right there. That is prime for life of all kinds. And I think, you know, when they talk about how fast can soil be made from dirt, I think a lot of times they're not in the field seeing what happens when you've got pigs and all kinds of other critters, and you maintain just the right quality of, I'll call it mud, soil moisture. Continuing a little bit with the biodiversity theme, you don't see any bare ground here at all. What you see is a tremendous amount of ragweed. Now, I had said that the pigs eat that. They do, with relish when it's new, when it's short. But I didn't have pigs too intensively on here. I'll see what they do. Now, when that comes into flower and the pollen comes out, it'd be a nightmare to many people, I imagine, because of their allergies. But look at this grass. It is a grass, I think. No. That's a sedge, I think. Sedges have wedges. Rushes are round. Grasses have nodes from the tip to the ground. This has edges. This is a sedge. But I think it might be called often dark green bulrush. There's a lot of it here coming, and I think the pigs will probably eat that when they first get back onto this field. They'll probably go right after that. I'll show you up there. There's a whole colony of it. There we've got a walnut tree starting in the midst of this, right there. There's water plantain, of course, not sedge. Monkey flower? I don't know. I want to get so I can name them immediately without even having to think. A lot of them I can. But I started filming right there because here we come into this colony of that sedge. I'll look it up in a book to see if I can get the right name for it. It's because it's moist right there. It's perfect for it. And that's not from my doing either. I mean, I have a ditch that goes through here, but this speaks of a time when the miners were here, and I think that they were mining clay right in that area. And I think there's a natural spring here as well. I don't know, but anyway, you see how that gets? Usually it wouldn't get that high because the pigs would stay after it. I'm walking up to see why there isn't more water coming in this acequia. But anyway, look here, cardinal flower. Isn't it pretty? I used to call it cardinal lily, but I don't think it is a lily. Cardinal flower, I think, is the right name. There always was some here because it was kind of moist. Now, there isn't as much here as there was, but it's elsewhere. It's making up for it elsewhere in the pasture. Up there ahead, I can see some. I'm almost to the weir, and I've been going along cleaning up my trash because I had some plastic ready to use to plug and repair the weir, and there was really high water. I mean, tremendous flood. For the last couple of years, I haven't seen anything like it. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. Do you see what this is? These are alders. Do you see what they did? How they caught all the sticks and leaves and my plastic as well. I might leave that plastic there actually to not disturb that. Gradually, of course, they build up dams of their own, weirs of their own. Well, here I am at the weir. I call this Jeffrey Weir, and I was back here not long after the flood to do a little bit of quick reparation, but repair. But it's time for me to do more. Plenty of water. It's just it's going out everywhere. The principal thing that happened was that the flood picked up this piece of polyester that I had to build up the weir. It picked it up and ripped it and took it down. So I dragged it back up, and I'll put it more or less back in place. There's such a supply of water here that I don't have to work here much. I pulled that piece of polyester out. I'll save it for later. This doesn't need lined at the moment. I'll come up later and work. It's too much fun to be doing all at once, and especially by myself. Somebody else ought to be here to enjoy this with me, I think. But anyway, there's plenty of water going. Big leak right there. No problem. It's going past the weir, merrily on its way to the eastern canal. That's where I was. There's the natural drain. You can see there's plenty of flow in that, just fine. And here's the flow that I used the weir to tap into. And this is well on its way to the eastern canal.